Okay, no cap, just came up with this, and now I believe it'll be one of my greatest what ifs. Now, some of you might not know who the boss man of vampires is. If you do not know who Alucard is, go watch Hellsing Ultimate, okay? That is the name of the anime. You can watch the old one, which is just called Hellsing, or you can watch Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing Ultimate has better animation quality, while Hellsing probably has more episodes, and you can probably find it better, easier to find online, or you can just, watch it on Netflix or something. I don't know if it's on Netflix. It might be on Netflix. They have everything on Netflix. Anyway, so, this is going to be, what if Izuku freaking Midoriya was the reincarnation of Alucard? Dun dun dun. Now, the reason I say he is the boss boy vampire is for one thing, and one thing only. Spell Alucard backwards. Do it. No, 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 no. You're not allowed to continue in the video until you do it. You did it? If you haven't, you're gonna feel real dumb after I say what it is backwards. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it? Well, if you did do it, then you would know Alucard spelled backwards is Dracula. Yup! Izuku Midoriya is going to be the fourth coming of Dracula. We're gonna talk about the second coming. We don't talk about the second Dracula. We don't talk about him or her or whatever it was. We don't know. Anyway. So yeah. We're doing what exactly was Dracula. Dracula. This is going to be awesome. Anyway. So yeah. When Izuku was born, his quirk was pretty much full blast awakened. Like, from the get-go. He was already able to use his quirk. Now, everyone thought it was a quirk. It really wasn't. When Alucard was reincarnated, what's her name? Sebas? I think it's Sebas. Saris. I think it's Saris. Yeah. Saris noticed that Alucard, she got a feeling that Alucard's energy was back in the living world. Because anyway, from where I left off, sorry, walking out outside, trying to find something to put on, because I don't want to be wearing these shorts, because they suck. Anyway, when Izuku, first activated his quirk, I'ma say, someone was trying to kill him, because they knew he was going to be Alucard in the future. So, yeah, three-headed demon dog coming out of, a mark that was left on his, his IV. Yeah, a three-headed demon dog coming out of a child from, like, a tiny little scrape. Okay, I might have just made him overpowered. Whoops. Well, that was an oof. Oh well, I feel bad for anyone who has to deal with this kid. Now, mind you, he's going to be how I imagine Alistar to be. Not Alistar, oh my god. Well, he could do an Alistar. What if it was Alistar? But we don't know much about Alistar. All we know is he's the radio demon. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Hotel. No, Has Been Hotel, not Hotel. It's Has Been Hotel. I forgot what it was called, but it's Has Been Hotel. Here's a pair. I'd found a pair of shorts. I didn't have any clean ones. Anyway, so yeah, you know, the giant freaking dog head comes out and eats the guy whole. After he was completely devoured, you know, Izuku started crying. You know, because he was freaking out. He's the baby. Why wouldn't you freak out if you just saw someone being eaten alive? You know, and I'm gonna say a whole bunch of other Izuku, everyone saw Izuku's quirk in action and realized it was some type of blood creation quirk that was going to protect him at all cost. I'm gonna say that's what his quirk looks like on the outside, but inside, Alistair, oh my god, I keep saying Alistair, it's Alucard. Alucard is raising Izuku to be the perfect vampire. This is going to be disgusting. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I'll be honest. No, I'm ripping off of what Russian Badger says normally. I love his videos. He's hilarious. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's about to get nasty. It's gonna get a little gory at some parts. I mean, I thought that'd be self-explanatory, considering Alucard can literally eat someone alive just by opening his mouth. By just holding his hands in like an octagon, in like a square formation right next to his chest, an eyeball open, and then just hundreds of demons will devour anything that is touched. It is disgusting. I've seen every episode of Hellsing Ultimate, which in my opinion, I haven't seen the old one. I mean, I have seen an episode of the old one. The animation quality is doo-doo. That's why I prefer Ultimate, because it looks fresh. It looks fresh. Anyway, I don't know who the ship should be, so if you have an idea, tell me in the comments. I could make it Ceres. Ooh, Ceres. Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, if you want it to be someone else besides Ceres, who also still looks like she's a teenager, if you want it to be anyone else besides Ceres, tell me in the comments. If you want Izuku to do some crazy crap, I just came up with this off the top of my head, I'm gonna be honest with you. Anyway, I was watching some Hellsing Ultimate videos and I was like, I need to do a what if on this guy. Anyway, so, you know, we're gonna do a time skip. It's been a few years. Everyone knows Izuku's name because, you know, he always wears, I don't want to say it's like a sombrero. He always wears, like, Alucard. No. I guess he would wear Alucard's hat because he burns in the, well, no, never mind. He doesn't burn in the daylight. I'm changing it. He doesn't burn in the daylight. But, you know how, okay, this is gonna go into some spoiler territory. But in the end of Hellsing Ultimate, if you don't want me to spoil it, just skip ahead a few steps. A few seconds. Alucard loses all of the souls he has devoured because if you drink in the you know, Hellsing world, if you drink someone's blood, you drink their soul, I guess. Because Ceres drank her lover's blood, and then she became a full-blooded vampire, then later she used his soul to kill a Nazi werewolf vampire. This is how weird this show is. Like, we have British vampires fighting Nazi werewolves. Like, what is a normal human going to do? be cannon fodder, or dog chow. Let me stop. I don't want to be that guy. I don't. Anyway. So yeah. Um. So instead of, Alec, Izuku not having any souls when he starts up, no, scratch that. I'm gonna say, scratch that part out where I say he doesn't have any souls, because he doesn't. He has more than Alucard has ever had. Alright, and there's one good reason. Izuku's quirk. He has quirk. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Quirk's called, Devourer. I don't know. Basically, he's able to eat the soul. He's able to consume small amounts of energy, and later the energy will expand infinitely, not infinitely, but it would create a mass amount of energy. Now, what does this mean, you may be asking? What it means is, what they don't know is it only works on living things. He can only eat living things' energy, meaning their soul. You see where I'm going with this? Basically, is if you touches someone, takes a small fragment of their soul, and then, because of his quirk, it's amplified and shot through his body, increasing his, strength. Now, Izuku is super friendly and is always touching anyone he comes into contact with. Now, your soul, I'm gonna say, because of people with quirks, have the ability to regenerate their souls really quick. Like, if their soul is broken, it can be fixed. So, Izuku is always taking, like, very small pieces, but after he realizes people with stronger quirks can withstand more, he starts taking bigger pieces from people with bigger quirks. Oh, yeah. He also gains a small percentage of their quirk's ability, so he's probably collected. Yeah, it's going to be so broken. Oh, man. Also, Toga is a vampire. Because she is. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. She straight up looks like one, and it's weird. I haven't read any of the manga, but I know from a TikTok that she apparently ate organs as a child, that just makes me very uncomfortable. Anyway, if you think I'm lying, you can go look it up. I'm pretty sure she did that once. I need to go put this up. Ow, my toe. So, anyways, once Izuku had, gathered his entire, well, he can decide whether or not to copy their quirks. Because if he doesn't want to, he just absorbs their soul. Also, he can absorb someone's soul the alucard way. Now, if you don't know what I mean by alucard way, I mean eat them alive, essentially. Anyway, continuing forward, moving on. So, you always see Izuku. Everyone can recognize Izuku, even in public, because his hair isn't green and floofy like it is in the anime. It's sleek and black. Anyway, so yeah, it goes down. It goes. No, I'm not gonna make his hair long. I don't know why. I just don't like long hair in general. Anyway, no offense if you do like long hair. Kudos. If you don't, cool. It's whatever. So, I'm gonna say, Izuku has memories from Alucard's past. No, Alucard exists in Izuku's head and can talk to Izuku. Also, Izuku has access to everything Alucard has. He has access to the dual 45 long slide. I think he has. What are they? I'm about to check the photo. Also, credit to whoever made. I don't know. If they are, cool. If they aren't, I'm in trouble. Just whatever. Yeah, so he has access to a one black, one white desert eagles that he can just summon at will and then just start blasting. And yeah, they have infinite ammo. Essentially, because I've never seen Alucard reload. I'm gonna take something, you know, I'm gonna say Ceres asks the Helsing boss if she can go to Japan because she thinks Alucard's reincarnation's there. The boss is like, I don't care. Just go. We haven't had a vampire outbreak in like, what, 60 years? No, the new Helsing boss. Because the old one's dead. Yeah, she did. Unfortunately, she did. But, they got one that is good as her. So, you know, Saris asks, hey boss, can I go to Japan? I need to go check on something. The boss is like, okay, you can go to Japan, just don't get yourself killed. And she's like, come on, you know that it's stupidly hard for anything to kill me. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna change, you know what, it's good, she's only gonna have one soul. Ooh, you know what, I'm gonna scratch that. Pip in this what if is a girl, because I don't want Pip to get in the way. If y'all do want Ceres to be Izuku's girlfriend, I don't want Pip getting in the way, because that'd be weird. Just don't worry about it. Just know it would be weird. Anyway. So, Ceres takes a plane to Japan. Where, she's walking around in Japan. She accidentally bumps into Izuku. And Izuku doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know who Izuku is. They just recognize each other as vampires. And I'm gonna take this straight out of the abridged. When they both jump back, Izuku pulls out the two pistols. And then Ceres just takes out a freaking a cannon. And Izuku says, dang, chicks really do love cannons though. And Ceres is like, wait, say that again, mate? I don't know why she's turned into Australian, but she is British. And, he's like, oh, sorry. Someone told me that chicks love cannons. That sounds like him. So, do you know Alucard? Almost at Alistair. Caught myself. Do you know Alucard? She's basically asking, like I said, do you know Alucard? And he's like, Alucard? 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 And closes his eyes for a second. And I'm gonna say, like, his skin turns more pale. You know, he grows a little bit, and so does his hair. And his eyes turn red. And he's like, "So, Ceres, Victoria, how'd you get here?" You know, Ceres is like, "Alucard, where have you been?" He says, "I've been dead. Luckily for me, I found a perfect host. He's letting me take control for a little while, 'cause he knows I know you. I told him. Anyway, I would much enjoy you two staying here in Japan. Also, how's the old lady doing?" Let's scratch that. The old boss lady of Helsing is still alive because she is a vampire, and because why not? No, she's not a vampire. She's just incredibly old. Let me say her meeting Alistair. Not Alistair. I'm gonna do this for the rest of the what if now, aren't I? I'm gonna call Alucard Alistair because their names sound so much alike. I was like, never mind. Anyway, so when, she's like, oh, she's alive. She's just kind of old. She's around 60 now. He's like, really? Huh. Good to hear she's still kicking. Could you ask her if you could stay? I remember us wiping out the rest of the vampires a long time ago. I'm rolling something on my floor and it's freaking out. I'm rolling an old pair of headphones that I have on my floor and they're just freaking out. It doesn't like it. It really don't. Anyway. So yeah. Once Izuku had gotten back control, he started shrinking. And she's like, wait, Alucard. Call myself again. Alucard. Why don't you just keep him in the bag? And he says, because I've grown to know him for the past 15 years. He's a good kid. Actually, he seems like your type. She starts blushing. Pip is kind of like, poking his head out of her glowing arm. And it's like, ooh, somebody you love. She points the cannon at Pip like, Pip, I swear to God, if you don't shut your little undead trap, I will blast you open. Swear to Alucard. Alucard's like, you act like siblings. They're like, no, we don't. Hold on. Sorry, I'm doing something. So yeah. I'm gonna say no one noticed them take out guns and point at each other, so no, the heroes were involved. So I'm gonna say Izuku's hair started shrinking and it became floof, but it was black. Okay, scratch out what I said about it being sleek. It's still floof, but when it starts turning into Alucard, it's sleek. It slims down and starts growing. And when he is an Alucard, it's just floof, like it's normalness. Anyway, continuing forward. So, Ceres turns her arm back to normal, just because. They start walking and talking. Ceres and Izuku start getting to know each other. you know, and Cirrus decides to stay in Japan. I won't do the last day of high school until I figure out if you guys want Cirrus in X Deku, or if you want some other one. Toga isn't an option, because, you know, she eats people, and she's bad. And I did have to add "and she's bad" part, or you guys would put me on blast. But basically saying, but Cirrus and both Cirrus and Alucard eat people. She's a bad people eater. She's a bad, evil, purple people eater. That's a tongue twister and a half. Dare you guys say that 5 times fast in the comments. Purple-headed, one-eyed, purple people eater. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how it goes. Anyway. So yeah, that's our